Hello? Anybody there? I'm giving my message to you standing up today because we are enjoying being standing at a standing desk. And today I wanted to talk to you about the satisfaction of becoming. And part of this just had to be done standing up. I don't exactly know why, but there's like an energy to this. So just trust me on this one. The satisfaction of becoming and the satisfaction of trusting that it's already underway. There is so much power in aligning your expectations with what you want to have happen without needing the validation of it being here right now. Because if we have to see that if we are the creators of our experience, if our beliefs and the emotions that we sit in, the energy that we're in, dictate what we experience in the physical reality, then wouldn't it make more sense if we aligned ourselves with the outcome that we are wanting to achieve by assuming that it's already done? And by assuming that it's already done, the feeling that we're sitting in is being satisfied. Satisfied that it's already here. Satisfied that it's already possible. Satisfied that you have the capability to do it. But a big part of being able to feel that satisfaction is actually following through on the action that it takes to get you to that thing. Because if you so desire something that's on your heart, but if you resist it and don't follow through on actions, then you are creating mixed messaging within your own system, saying that you can't trust what it is that you truly say you're going to do. So that is a big part of being able to feel the satisfaction, is aligning yourself with the energy of what that timeline looks like, so that if there is an action that is required of you that you feel inspired to move towards, then you have to actually answer the call. So then again, part of the equation, if the end goal is feeling the satisfaction of it, then the beginning components of it are then to start to follow through on inspired action, to not hold yourself back out of fear, and show yourself that your word means something, that you follow through on what you say you're going to do, or that you follow through towards the goal of what you say is important to you, of what truly lights you up and makes you feel happy. So that once you start to follow the fear, just the stretchy part of what feels slightly uncomfortable for you to move towards, but that you are capable of doing at this time, when you follow that fear, then that is when you are answering the call and moving yourself inch by inch towards the thing that inspires you. You are creating that experience. You are moving yourself into the timeline more and more each time you do that. So that I felt the call to start hosting live events, and the thought of that scared me a little bit, because then I'm hosting a group, I have all these people, there's more pressure and expectation on me, especially if people are donating or giving money. But I answered the call. I started to listen to what was truthful to me, to what was exciting to me. And I said, I'm going to do it anyway, even if there's a little bit of fear behind it, but I'm going to use my courage from the Latin root of heart, from my heart space, to do it anyway. And that then on the other side of me deciding to take the leap and host live events, to put myself out there and bring in people that I don't even know, I then felt so satisfied in just the feeling of that future goal, the timeline that I want to be on, becoming. That it feels like I am now moving myself towards then. And I realized that I felt so satisfied just hosting the event, that I didn't need to get myself to the end result of the fully fleshed career, or having all this money in my bank account, or having a full calendar, or traveling to all these places and meeting all these people. It didn't matter, because I could feel that by then just stepping into the timeline of what it takes to get there, by hearing the call and truly answering it, by not holding myself back, and by following through on what I said I'm going to do, then I just felt so satisfied in that feeling that that's really all I needed. Because if you realize that you want a certain thing, you want a certain part of your life, you want the money in the bank account, you want the recognition, if you could realize that you want that because of the way it will make you feel, you want to feel satisfied, you want to feel happy, you want to feel peace. But what if you could find that feeling right now? And if you could find that feeling right now, you could then make the journey towards that end goal so much more joyful. Because if only you could realize that there is no end goal, there's always going to be another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing. So why hold yourself back from feeling any of the joy and expansion until you get there? Why hold yourself back if you could feel it now? If you could enjoy the becoming of who you are, of what this experience is offering you? What if you could feel the satisfaction in this moment that you are just simply following through on what you say you were going to do, and that you're now enjoying the becoming of your identity as it shifts into believing more and more that this is possible for you, that you have what it takes? Because that's all it really is. It's just following the call and then deciding to answer it. Following the next call and deciding to answer it. Following the next call and deciding to answer it. And trusting yourself enough to say, I know that I can do this. Doesn't mean that you're going to go run a whole marathon tomorrow. But it's that saying that I can take measurable steps towards my goal each and every day, or each and every time I become inspired. And because those steps are smaller, I'm not biting off more than I can chew, but I'm doing what's capable within my reach today. So for me, again, that looked like hosting a live event with a small group of people, actually deciding to follow through on it and saying, even though that scares me a little bit, I'm going to do that anyway, because that's the call that I'm getting and I'm going to answer it. And as you continue to show yourself that it's possible, you then rewire your beliefs to show yourself that it's possible, because now your external reality is actually starting to reflect back to you that it's possible. So that makes it even easier for your beliefs to change. But it takes trust. It takes persistence in the beginning to create something and trust in something that still isn't realized physically. So it takes you holding the vision long enough. It takes you trusting yourself long enough and to actually follow through on your word, to actually bolster the self-confidence and that relationship with your inner self, to again say that if I do something, I'm going to go do it. And once you start doing it, everything changes, because then in your life, the results start to flow, because you yourself in your energetic standpoint have started to shift. So again, when that inner state that you exist in starts to shift, when your beliefs are starting to work for you and not against you, when you are taking action regardless if there is some fear there, when you move yourself forward, then the external reality has to catch up. It has no choice. But right now, if you are feeling stuck, if you're not knowing what your next step is, or even if you do know what it is, but you're holding it back, then that is the time to reevaluate what are the beliefs that you have been holding, what are the predominant thoughts that you have been thinking, what is the emotion that you've been resisting possibly feeling. Are you resistant of feeling shame, embarrassment, rejection? So allowing yourself the opportunity to feel whatever it is that you need to feel, and then go do it anyway, to prove yourself that you have what it takes and that you have the capability to follow through on what's important to you. So that with all those steps, then you get to the place of the satisfaction. Because you don't need, again, to get to the end goal to feel satisfied. You just feel satisfied in proving to yourself that you're doing it, that you're following through on your word. You're satisfied because it feels so good to listen to your true inner voice. And it feels so good to quiet the beliefs that tell you that it's not possible, that something's going to go wrong, and listen to the possibility that everything could also go right. That is what truly feels satisfying, to sit from a place of expansion rather than shrinking yourself. So the message here is, enjoy where you are today. Follow what scares you little bit by little bit. Do what is possible for you within your nervous system state, but push yourself beyond what your comfort zone is currently. And then watch how you feel satisfied with the circumstances of your life, because you are following through on what is important to you right now. And then continue to cultivate the feeling of satisfaction. Satisfaction with the circumstances of your life, appreciation for where it is that you are, appreciation for who you are becoming, and watch everything in your life start to truly change, because then the external reality has no choice but to start to reinforce the inner state that you are now cultivating. Okay, T, love you all. That's my little 10-minute sermon. If you're at the end of this video, thank you so much for being here, and we'll be back soon.